For this problem, we are asked to factor this polynomial. So one thing to remember is that whenever you see four terms, which we have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, whenever you see four terms, you think about using group factoring. Okay, so let's rewrite our problem. 15CW minus 20CZ minus 6DW plus 8DZ. Okay, so we're going to group factor whenever we see four terms. So I'm going to put the first two guys in a group. I'm going to put the last two guys in a group. And now you look at the first two guys and you ask yourself, well, what number goes into 15 and 20? The greatest common factor, which is going to be 5. Now look at the variables. This guy has a C, this guy has a C. I can factor out a C. I can't factor out a W, I can't factor out any Z's, right? They only have one. So I'm going to pull out a 5C. If I pull out 5C, I'm dividing here, so that becomes a 3W minus dividing. Negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. I took out the C, no more C's, and then I'm just left with a Z. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Now, since that's a negative, we're going to factor out a negative 2. That's the greatest common factor. I can factor out a negative 2, and I see that they both have a D, so I'm going to factor out negative 2D. So what's left over? Again, I'm dividing, so I'm going to get 3W. Okay, I took out the D, no more D's. And then that's 8 divided by negative 2. So that becomes a negative 4. And I took out the D, no more D's, so 4Z. Okay, and I forgot to mention, that was over here, that was a negative 6 divided by negative 2. That's why I got a positive 3. And then I took out a D, so no more D's, and then only W left over. And if you look again, I see that these two terms are the same, so I can factor them out. So I'm going to be left with 3W minus 4Z times 5C minus 2D. Okay, and if I look at my choices, let's see which one shows up. So I have 5C plus 2D, that's not there, that's a minus, so they're not the same, so that's not correct. I have 5C minus 4D. That's also not correct. That's not one of my factors. I have 3W minus 4Z. Okay, that one's it. 3W minus 4Z. Okay, that's my factor here. 3W minus 4Z. And one thing to note is that you'll never see both of these factors listed as a solution, as a choice. Okay, you're always going to have either this one or the other one. So either one or the other. You'll never have both of them show up as a choice. If you do see both of them show up as a choice, then something is wrong. You must have factored wrong or you messed up a sign somewhere. So go back and check your work. So again, you should only see one of these factors show up, as in this case, right? Because the other choice, 3W plus 4Z, that's not one of our factors, so that's not a possibility either. So the only one that matches is 3W minus 4Z.